I'm starting from out.
Last week, government through the Ministry of Finance tabled on the floor of Parliament a supplementary budget worth 1.1 trillion shillings that would be spent by various ministries and activities in the current financial year. The agencies have run short of money according to the ministry. Speaker of Parliament Anita Among referred the matter to the Budget Committee of Parliament for scrutiny. Today, the committee members met with the Ministry of Finance officials as well as accounting officers from various agencies that would benefit from the supplementary budget for the 2023-2024 financial year.
You may have changed priorities with the reason, say that you now hold some activity so that you take money to handle what is more important at that time.
Some of the officials were from the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, who want 578.4 billion shillings to support DEI BioPharma, a private pharmaceutical company.
If we don't take this decisive action, we're at immediate risk of losing all the investment that has been made so far.
Achieve public health security for our nation. The company has already made an investment of $500 million in establishing Africa's largest and state-of-the-art pharmaceutical plant.
The MPs questioned the plan, wondering why government would invest such huge amounts of taxpayers' money in a company where it does not own shares.
So how will this parliament justify, will this committee justify to parliament that you are giving half a trillion shilling to a company, actually more than half, with no detailed information? Because here you put one paragraph.
Probably it's in a form of donation, because this is a government that is investing in a company that it does not even have one share in that company. So probably it's a donation, because one day this individual will wake up and say, no, you put this money, but the company is owned by me. There is no agreement, because these are some of the fundamental questions that we needed the Ministry of Finance to address before we can go forward to settle or add them any more money.
Under the supplementary budget, 13.698 billion shillings is required by Kampala Capital City Authority to cater for salaries and wages of its casual workforce. Uganda Police Force wants 9.156 billion shillings, being compensation for its property that was lost to give way to the Kampala flyover. The Office of the Prime Minister requires 9.471 billion shillings to undertake pending activities before the closure of the Development Response to Displacement Impacts Project. State House seeks 18.6 billion shillings for classified expenditure, among other activities, which bring the total amount of the supplementary budget to 1.101 trillion shillings.
Meanwhile, this money was too much somewhere paying ghosts. There were entities which needed this money, which have people working, but they had less money.
There were some areas where staff were not existent and were on payroll. The payroll was being used on staff who were not in post.
The supplementary budget also has the 3 billion shillings request by the Ministry of Labour, Gender and Social Development to facilitate the commemoration of this year's Uganda Matters Day celebrations.
The 3 billion that has been provided is again on a directive of His Excellency the President. They had directed and Cabinet that we provide 4 billion. I think Minister of Finance could only mobilize 3, which...
The 180 million shillings allocated to Muslims to develop the Muslim Matters site at Namugongo was contested on grounds of who should receive it, since the Muslim faith has several leaders.
If you must give them money, and I don't care whether it is 1, they asked for 1.8, please, this money should go to Namugongo Mosque, the same way it is going to Nebi and Midwestern Uganda. It must not go anywhere.
The supplementary budget awaits approval by the Budget Committee, and which refers it to the whole House for consideration. Juma Kiria, NTV.